Jai Shri Ram. Welcome all of you all for our weekly Wednesday evening Ramayan class. So we are reading from Valmiki Ramayan, slok by shloka. Try to understand the hidden secrets inside the Valmiki Ramayan. So we are in the Balkhand. We completed the 15th chapter. We completed the 7th verse in the 15th chapter. So for a fast recap, let's read it from the 5th verse. The request Damini Mataji as usual to please start with the reading.
Ji Babaji. All the Devatas and others who, as per the rules, had assembled at the sacrifice, then spoke the following words to the creator Brahma. Devata said, O Lord Brahma, by your blessing, the demon named Ravana is troubling all of us by his powers. It is not possible to control him.
So here let's have the recap. Rishi Shringa was requested by Dashrath Maharaj, please perform the Putra Kameshti Yagya so that I can have sons. And Rishi Shringa also agreed. You all have already studied the whole story. We have studied in detail how he was bought from Vimandak Rishi's ashram and how he got married to Shanta. And now Dashrath Maharaj, after completing the Ashwamedh Yagya, is now performing the what do you say? The Putra Kameshti Yagya. And now, when the Yagya is proceeding ahead, when the time of taking the offerings, there are offerings made in the Yagya, which are collected by the Devatas. The Devatas, they are not seen by normal people. You cannot see them. They are much higher. But they do come, provided the Yagya is done properly. And they have come here to collect the share of each Devata has its own share of offering. They have come to collect there. In that place, when all the Devatas assemble, it's like, when you all go to collect something, let's say your certificate or something, all friends come together, then they start chit-chatting, they start telling each other's problems. Happiness come rehta, problems zyada rehta. So all the Devatas here are crying to Brahma. They're saying, Brahma ji, aapne kya curse, aapne kya boon de diya, it is a curse to us. And you have given a boon to Ravana. And because of that boon, what is he doing? He's only creating problems for us. He's creating great problem for us. We don't know how we are going to get out of this problem. And that is the reason why we are all requesting you to please give us a solution. So this is the background. So read, Mataji. The Devata said, read from 6. Yeah.
Devata said, O Lord Brahma, by your blessing, the demon named Ravana is troubling all of us by his powers. It is not possible to control him. O Lord Brahma, being pleased with Ravana's penance, you gave him a boon. We respect your boon, but now unable to tolerate Ravana's atrocities. That evil-headed Ravana is terrifying the three worlds. He hates Indra, the king of Devatas, and also the other Devatas. He desires to kill them or pull them down.
So this is the mentality of an Asura. Dusro ko satao. Don't worry, even Devatas have got problem. If someone does proper penance, Indra is always worried, Arey, mera kursi chala jayega. I will lose my post and he will come and sit in my post. I better do something. And immediately what he will do? He will send some distraction. Ramba, Menaka, Urvashi kisi ko bhej dega. Kuch na kuch gadbad karega and he will try to break the penance of that person. Similarly, Devatas, they are also highly educated, highly knowledgeful. ऐसा नहीं कि उनको पता नहीं, शास्त्र के बारे में पूरा ज्ञान रहता है. Ravan was an expert in Sanskrit. And he could read all the Vedas more perfectly than the Devatas. But adat kya hai? Knowledge is not enough. What is your swabhava matters. And swabhava comes by the gunas. You must have heard of 3 gunas: Satagun, Rajagun and Tamogun. These asuras, they come in the Tamoguna category. And the suras or the devatas, they come under the सतोगुणा कैटेगरी, तो टू ऑपोजिट कैटेगरी है। जो अच्छा चीज इनको पसंद है उनको पसंद नहीं है, and they like all dirty, no, wrong things, bad vices, everything bad is liked by them. Where similarly, devatas like good stuff. They first and foremost, what is the prime difference between devatas and asuras? Can anyone tell me that? Prime difference. Ekdam prime difference.
Prabhuji, the Devtas follow the instructions of Vedas or God, while they believe in the existence of God and they follow the instructions of God. But the demons, they do not, they know that God exists, but they do not follow the supremacy of God. Like they don't.
Okay, very close. Just a slight modification. The first and foremost, devatas don't accept God. Devatas don't accept God. In the sense, they themselves, they consider themselves as God. The problem is that, sorry, not the demons consider themselves as God. Whereas devatas, they are always, though they are sometimes intoxicated by their power and force, but inherently they know that they are anyhow mere servants of God. हम भगवान के सेवक हैं, और अगर ये बात पर समझ जाता है ना व्यक्ति, he is always relatively humble. Whereas the mentality of the asuras is, who is God? We are the biggest God because we have power, and with our power, we will terrorize everyone, and everyone will come and fawn at our feet. And this mentality of the asuras makes not only the trouble, others, they make life hell for them, because they want everyone under their supremacy. What was Hiranyakashipu wanting from Prahlad? Nothing. Just one statement. Jai Hiranyakashipu. Jai ho. Aap hi Bhagwan ho. Aap hi supreme ho. And what was Prahlad saying always? No. You're not supreme. Supreme is much, much superior. He is God. That is Vishnu. And he used to consider Vishnu as his strongest enemy. That is the problem. Please continue.
He continued, puffed up by a boon, he has become invincible and has crossed all limits. He is troubling the sages, yakshas, gandharvas, demons, and even the brahmanas.
What is the boon he has received?
He got the boon that he will not be killed by anyone other than humans and monkeys.
Yes. No astra, no shastra can work on him. Nobody can, no devata, no gandharva, no yaksha, no one. All devatas का, असुरों का एक ही प्लान रहता है, how to become immortal. इमोर्टल बन के रहना, रह के क्या करना है? दूसरों को सताना. Troubling others is their only motive. No, what is the use of being immortal? If you are going to be of some use, it's fine. Otherwise, it's of no use. Whereas asuras prefer to be immortal, so they can keep on troubling people more and more. That is the meaning. Yes, Mataji, please continue.
Out of fear of Ravana, the sun does not shine very brightly. The wind god does not blow heavily towards his side. Even the waves of the ocean on seeing him out of fear do not move.
कितना डरते थे देखो. इंद्र भगवान, सूर्य भगवान, not too strong, not too light. Like you got remote control to AC and cooler, fan and all that. Ravana had remote control. जितना चाहूं उतना मैं सेट करूंगा टेम्परेचर set at 24 degrees. Bas. The sun cannot go hotter than that. Just imagine. Wind devata. If he wants to blow, he can't blow at will. Wind speed, I will declare wind speed. वो wind speed पे ही चलना चाहिए. समुद्र को भी इतना ही लहर आना चाहिए, इतना ही, so many waves should only come, this much should be your power. So everyone was restricted. And why they do that? Because such asuras only want to prove that I am controlling you. Please go ahead.
We have a great fear of that horrible looking demon. O Great One, please find out a way to kill him, as you are the only one who is capable of doing so. Explanation: Ravana was so handsome that many women would voluntarily come to him. His harem was full of beautiful women from various worlds. There were women from Gandharva Loka, Kinar Loka, and so on. But in this verse, Ravana has been described as Ghor Darshanath, which means horrible looking. It means his activities were so cruel and heinous that people started hating him. He was too puffed up with the boon he had received from Brahma. From this, we can understand that one's activities and nature make one beautiful. Physical beauty is less significant as compared to the inner beauty.
A very important lesson we all should learn. You know, here the word used is Ghora Darshanat. This means what? Looking horrible looking. But actually, Ravana was very handsome. Very handsome. In fact, when Hanuman goes to search Sita in Sundara Kanda, there he sees Hanuman sees Ravana, and he wonders, oh, such a handsome looking person, why is he involved in these type of dirty activities? For a split second, he feels that's very bad. So he is called Ghora Darshana. The reason is very clear. What defines your beauty is not your external looks. What defines your beauty is what activities you do. Beauty is just skin deep. What is skin deep beauty? बस थोड़े समय के लिए होता है and बस ऊपरा ऊपरी होता है. It's just external. Your face may be beautiful. You may have a nice figure, nice body, and handsome body and all that. Fine, six packs, body and all that. But what is more beautiful is your character. You know, nowadays we see boys and girls getting attracted to outward beauty. No, बाहरी सुंदरता की तरफ हम लोग आकर्षित हैं. But if you read Rukmani's letter, how did Rukmani fall in love with God? How did Rukmani fall in love with God? Rukmani had never seen him. जिंदगी में रुक्मिणी देवी ने कभी भगवान को देखा नहीं.
प्रभु जी उनके बारे में सुन करके ही
किनसे सुना?
तो वो याद नहीं मेरे को.
नारद मुनि.
नारद मुनि से सुना. Very nice. So yes, just by listening to his great qualities. Why we have satsang? Why have discourses about Ramayana and Krishna Katha and Bhagavatam and all that? What is the purpose? To develop the same love to achieve. उनका गुण और उनका लीला सुनने मात्र से लोगों को उनके प्रति आकर्षण हो जाता है. But we are also very strong-hearted people. अच्छा है, वो अपने गांव में अच्छा है, मैं अपने घर में अच्छा हूँ. वो अपने दुनिया में ठीक, मैं अपने दुनिया में ठीक. सुनने के बाद यही हमारा फीलिंग रहता है. This is what we always have a thought process. हाँ, कौन बोला भगवान अच्छे नहीं? He is good in his place. I am good in my place. Over involvement, over indulgence is dangerous. It takes away my freedom to enjoy. So that is why, though we listen, we refrain. But what is important? Listening to God's good and Leela. And Rukmani, when she was young, Narad Muni used to come often. You know? That's why Sadhu Sants should come to your house very frequently. Why Sadhu Sants should come? Not to collect a heavy cover and go. No, that's not the purpose. Sorry to say, many Sadhu Sants, they come to collect covers only. But that's a tragedy. They are supposed to purify the house and shower the house with the name of the Lord and about the various leelas of the Lord. By repeatedly listening to that, Rukmani developed such a great lovable bond that when her marriage was fixed with Shishupal, by her brother, Rukmi, she immediately wrote a letter to Krishna through a Brahmana. And mind you, what she is writing, the first ever recorded love letter in this universe. Rukmani is writing. She calls him, addresses him as Bhuvana Sundara. You are the most beautiful person in the world. And she is saying that on the basis of what she heard from Narad. What does this mean? One should listen to Harikatha, but from a proper person, a proper devotee, a person who is actually practicing devotion. उनसे सुनना चाहिए, ना कि उनके जो भक्ति का ढोंग कर रहे हैं, भक्ति का आडंबर कर रहे हैं. Those many people, who make a big show of their devotion, but they don't do actual devotion. So उन लोगों का कथा will not transform the hearts of the people. So when she heard, her heart changed. And what did she hear? She heard about his fantastic character. Then from that she understood that Krishna must be very handsome and good. But here the Devatas are addressing Ravana as Gora Darshana Dava. He is looking horrible looking because smear by his activities. So it is a moral lesson to all of us also. How we behave, how we act decides on our actual beauty. हमारा actual असली खूबसूरती उस पर निर्भर होता है. Please continue.
After thinking over all that the Devatas had spoken, Brahmaji said, "Ah, I know a way to kill that evil-minded Ravana."
ब्रह्मा को मालूम है ना, तो he only gave the word. The boon उन्होंने दिया, तो उनको मालूम है. Loophole. No, Brahmaji is like government, government authorities. No, when you apply for some share or something in any document, some fine documents, fine prints in there, with star condition apply. And if you read that, honestly, especially if you read an insurance document, all that, you will never take the product or the scheme. You will never opt for it. बस उसमें आपका कोई रोल ही नहीं रहता. Totally cut off. Totally cut off. But similarly, Brahmaji had kept a loophole. The loophole was what? मैंने दिया है, मुझे मालूम है वो किस चीज से मरेगा. That's why he says, I know. The word here is referred by a Sanskrit word called hanta. I know. The word hanta is used in this sloka. Hanta means, yes, I know. A way to kill that evil-minded Ravana. Continue.
Brahma continued, Ravana had asked that he should not be killed by Gandharvas, Yakshas, Devatas, and demons, which I approved. At the time of asking his boon, then that demon, out of disrespect, did not mention humans. So he can be killed only by a human. There is no other way. Hearing these pleasing words of Brahma, all the Devatas and the great sages become delighted.
I would like to ask one question. Go ahead. All Gandharvas, Yakshas, Devatas, even his other demons, Rakshasas, they are all creations of Lord Vishnu. Right? Any doubt on that? सब आए कहां से? भगवान विष्णु से आए. अगर उनसे आए हैं तो उन सब से अपने आप को बचाने की बात कर रहे हैं. Ravan is saying, I don't want to die. No, I should not die in the hands of, I should not be killed by the Gandharvas, Yakshas, Devatas and demons, all that. Why doesn't he ask directly the Supreme Lord? Why is he asking only the small creations of God, but not the Supreme God? Why? Does it make sense or not? Had he asked that I don't want to die in the hands of Vishnu, then But as humans also, Lord could have not come in the human form also. Lord would have not incarnated also in the human form. What is the reason? Yes, tell me fast.
प्रभु जी वो यानी राक्षस खुद को ही सुप्रीम मानते हैं, उनके ऊपर और कोई नहीं है ऐसा मानते हैं, तो मे भी उसकी वजह से
और
उन्होंने
डरता भी उससे ही है ना।
हाँ
हिरण्यकशिपु भी डरता किससे था? विष्णु से।
हाँ
उसको मालूम था उसका भाई को किसने मारा था। Who killed हिरण्यकशिपु's brother? हिरण्याक्ष को मारा किसने? विष्णु। So he went to do penance from Brahma, who is a servant of Vishnu. Correct? He went to the servant of Vishnu and उससे क्या बोला? मेरे को अंदर नहीं बाहर नहीं. First he said I want immortality. When he said no immortality, I should not be killed inside the house, outside the house. उसमें भी ये नहीं बोला I should be immune to Vishnu's. I should not die in the hand of Vishnu. ऐसा तो नहीं बोला. पूजा माता जी, did you get my question?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Yes.
Maybe because the Lord Vishnu Bhagwan to Swarat hai, मतलब he is independent. He is not subject to all these. Ramaji cannot give this boon, na, that you cannot die from the hands of Vishnu.
No, but why don't you even ask from Brahma? They don't ask. ठीक है, यहाँ पे कैसा ह्यूमन स्वरूप छोड़ दिया. वहां पे उसने क्या बोला? नर भी नहीं, पशु भी नहीं, तो आधा पशु आधा नर बन के आए थे भगवान. राइट? नरसिंहदेव बन के आए थे. नर और सिंह दोनों का कॉम्बिनेशन में आए थे. देन व्हाई ही डिडंट आस्क दिस टाइप ऑफ अ boon? पूरा आस्क ना, विष्णु से मृत्यु नहीं होना चाहिए, बस खत्म. देन
हरे कृष्ण
नोबडी
प्रभु
कैन
जी,
किल.
द्वेष के कारण, द्वेष
हाँ?
द्वेष द्वेष भगवान से
द्वेष,
द्वेष के कारण.
भगवान के द्वेष के कारण. द्वेष के कारण मांगे क्यों नहीं? प्लीज कैन यू एक्सपेंड दैट ऑन? कैन यू प्लीज एक्सपेंड? देश कर रहा है पर डर तो उससे भी रहा है ना. इवन इफ ही इज जेलस अबाउट गॉड, he is afraid about same God, right? Same Vishnu से डर भी रहा है. Then why did he not ask? Just tell me fast.
Prabhuji, he may consider himself as equal to God, like
Consider
as a
himself
competent.
equal to God. Very nice question. Very nice point. Something more.
प्रभु जी जो सभी विष्णु जी के क्रिएशन है, तो मे बी विष्णु जी ही सब कंट्रोल करते, तो मे बी जब भी वर मांगते तभी मे बी
Very
जो
good.
बुद्धि
Tell me.
उनको जब भी बुद्धि
Ah,
वगैरह वो देते तो विष्णु जी ही देते थे.
very nice. Very good. Oh, perfect answer. Now you got the correct answer. कितने लोगों को समझ में आया? आया? पूजा माता जी समझ गया?
Yes, Prabhuji. Yes, Prabhuji.
Lord is sitting as Paramatma in every being's heart. Even in the heart of Devatas, even in the heart of Asuras, Lord is sitting. And Lord, what is Lord saying in the Bhagavad Gita? Matar smritir jnanam apohanam cha. Vejasya sarver aham vedyo vedant krit vedavit eva cha aham. Lord is saying, मुझसे सब याददाश्त आएगी, सब भूलना भी होगा, सब कुछ होगा. So whenever any Rakshasa is dying, see, is doing any penance or anything, you are under CCTV camera. Anyone, everyone in this world, at any given time, you are under a big CCTV camera. कई buildings में, offices के बाहर लगा रहता है ना, you are under CC surveillance. दिखाई कि नहीं रहता है? What does this mean? That premises is fully CCTV covered. Wherever you go, staircase, lift, lobby, office, or ghar, anywhere, kitchen, everything is covered by CCTV camera. Someone is watching and recording. But this system actually started by God. In the form of Paramatma, Lord is sitting in everyone's heart, watching each and everyone's activity. बहुत जन आके ना मंदिर में आके भगवान तेरा तुझको अर्पण, and they do the arti and all that. Lord is watching in the heart. Are वाह. Anyway, you see, never you will see Lord with a sad face. हमेशा smiling face. बराबर है? Ever seen Krishna, Vishnu, Rama sad? All times they are smiling. They're smiling at our idiocy or idiotic way of doing devotion. Some people don't consider God. He laughs at that also. Idiot, I am sitting in your heart, and that is why you are also alive. Some people consider God, you're great, but you give me this, you give me that. God is laughing. Idiot, what I can give you, you are asking, not asking that. What you don't need, you are asking. And last but not the least, those devotees who really praise him, who really, accept his authoritative powers. Lord is happy, smiling at them, accepting their flowery words. That is why Lord is always happy and smiling. Sometimes laughing at someone's idiocy, or sometimes laughing at someone's praises. So the point you need to understand over here is that Lord in the form of Paramatma is sitting in the heart of the Devatas as well as in the heart of Asuras. And when the Asuras are asking for a boon, some gadbad. Kumbhakaran was asking, इंद्रासन. सरस्वती माता जी को बोला जीवा में जाके बैठ जाओ. उनकी जीवा में जाके बैठ गए. क्यों रावण की जीवा में नहीं बैठे? Would have made all brothers did, no? Kumbhakaran also did, no? When Kumbhakaran was asking why he didn't manipulate that time, he knows what type he wants to manipulate. That is why God is God. Great. वो अपने हिसाब से करेंगे. We cannot compete our thinking capacity with his capacity because he himself is sitting in our heart and controlling our thinking also. So what can we think about what he's thinking? So Lord deliberately, told Saraswati Devi, Jiva mein kuch gadbad kar do. And what did Kumbhakaran ask? Instead of Indrasan, he said Nidrasan. Oh, ठीक है, तथास्तु. Brahma also very happily. तथास्तु. जा, सोते रहे. अच्छा है, तेरा जैसा troublesome people should sleep. So similarly, Lord, every time when a demon tries to do some activity, when he's trying to ask for a boon or something, in the form of a Paramatma, he's sitting in the heart and makes him do such a mistake or, makes him do a flaw that using that flaw, Lord will incarnate and fulfill his mission. Always remember, Lord is capable of doing anything, sitting anywhere. He need not personally incarnate to come and kill any demon. There's no need. भगवान वहां बैठे बैठे किसी को हार्ट अटैक दे सकते. अरे हार्ट अटैक मतलब क्या है? भगवान निकल जाएगा शरीर में से. हार्ट अटैक आ गया, आदमी मर गया. तो परमात्मा leaving the body means the person has to die. And as Paramatma, he is watching each and every soul. हम क्या कर रहे हैं, हम क्या एक्टिविटी कर रहे हैं, क्या हम भगवान के बारे में सोच रहे हैं, नहीं सोच रहे हैं. Otherwise, if there was no person who was watching you, how could the law of karma ever be enforced? The law of karma could never be enforced. पूरा डेटा एक एक मिनट का है. कितना आपने अच्छे कर्म किए, इतना आपने बुरे कर्म किए, कितने आपने सुकृति पाई, कितने आपने दुष्कृति पाई. Everything. And people are fascinated with the share market. So many scripts all jumping at one time, up and down, up and down, up and down. Oh, so wow, what a technology. अरे बाबा इससे much higher technology. सिर्फ इंडिया में notably 150 करोड़, might be more also. These are humans. उनका एक एक सेकंड का सबका डेटा भगवान के कंप्यूटर में है. Imagine how big is intelligent that person may be. And उतने ही जीव यहाँ पे हैं, including from an ant, from a virus to an elephant, to a whale, this is only India is ना. Whole world में जितने प्राणी हैं, जितने जीव हैं, not only here, 33 करोड़ देवी देवता भी क्या कर रहे हैं वो भी वो देख रहे, उनके शरीर में भी बैठे. That is why we are also Satchitanand, but Lord is also Satchitanand. But our Satchitanand is different to Lord Satchitanand. Mataji, is it right or wrong, Puja Mataji? Our Satchitanand and Lord Satchitanand is different or the same?
We are Anu and the Lord is Vibhu. ऐसे कुछ है ना प्रभु जी? We are very small, very insignificant, infinitesimal.
But
Yeah, we are Satchitanand, right? The
we are
soul is
Satchitanand.
Satchitanand. Yes,
And
Prabhuji.
Lord is also Satchitanand, right?
Yes, Prabhuji. Yes, Prabhuji.
No, it is wrong.
No.
I'll explain. This is a general myth. Many people, especially some people speak this, that no, Lord is also Satchitanand, we are also Satchitanand. Yes, we are also Satchitanand, but our Satchitanand quality is different. It is like asli paneer and nakli paneer. Both are paneer, huh? Both taste the same, almost, but very different. Let's take Sat. What is Sat means? Eternal, right? Eternal means what? He doesn't have an origin. From time immemorial, Lord is having his existence. He doesn't have a cause of existence. किसी से existence का उनका cause नहीं. But our existence has a cause. We may not die. नैनम चिंदन्ति शस्त्राणि नैनम दहति पावका न चक्ले वदन्ति आपो न सोसिति मारुतः. Okay, fine. अच्छे देयो क्ले देयो दाहयो. ठीक है बाबा, कटेगा नहीं, जलेगा नहीं, सूखेगा नहीं, everything. The nature of the soul is eternal, but still it has a cause of birth or creation, whereas Lord doesn't have a cause of creation. So our Sat is much inferior compared to Lord's Sat. Agreed? Chit. This is Madhvacharya's actual, our Sampraday's Acharya's philosophy. Nobody, sorry to say, it's very tragedy that it is never brought out properly. Chit. What about Chit? What is the meaning of Chit, Mataji?
Knowledge.
Knowledge.
Very good. Now knowledge. भगवान के पास जितना knowledge है उतना knowledge हमारे पास है. Let's go one step ahead. We say here our knowledge is covered by Maya or influence of material energy, this and that, or avidya, ignorance. Some terminologies some speakers use very nicely, big jumbo terminologies. But without understanding, yes, no doubt, our knowledge may get obscured at times, covered at times. But at what time does Lord's knowledge gets covered? At what moment? At no moment Lord's knowledge can never get covered. Lord is always Chit. Whereas our Chit has to be revived. Have to be revived. Hey, get up. You're connected to God. You're a part of God. You're supposed to serve God. This and that. And the knowledge that yes, you are eternal. God is the supreme. We have to go back to Him. All this knowledge is much different to the knowledge what Lord is having. Or Lord's knowledge is much superior to what knowledge we have. Do we have a knowledge of creation? Forget about the power. Do we have the knowledge? To the slightest. Then how can we compare our with the chit of God? I'm not going in detail. I'm just going on the top of it. If we go detail, one full class will go in this. And then third is Ananda. Ananda means bliss, happiness. Correct? So what is the difference between our Anand and Lord's Anand? भगवान की खुशी में और भगवान के आनंद में और हमारे आनंद में क्या अंतर? Yeah.
Our happiness is related to things,
Related
temporary,
to things,
material.
temporary. No, that is not
Prabhuji.
Anand. That is sensory pleasures. They are basically pleasures what you get with contact with the senses, with the sense object.
Exactly.
That is not Anand. That is temporary. And that is at times painful. As I always give the example, first rasgulla is very tasty, but same person, if I give the 10th rasgulla, he says, no, I will vomit once more. Now, what was giving pleasure earlier is not giving you pleasure. See, the difference in the Anand is, please understand, it's very major. When we are connected with God, then we can experience that Anand. The minute we are detached from God, we in the sense, our mind, our thought process, our consciousness is detached from God, our Anand vanishes. That is why, many times we see many people dancing. उसमें से एक ही बंदा रहेगा जो एक्चुअली आनंद में नाचे, बाकी लोग उसको देख के नाचे. They're just aping. Anand means only when your consciousness is revived and you are connected with God, that time, yes, you enjoy that bliss. Very small. But Lord at all time is in bliss. No tension, no hurry, no worry. Be at all times in worry, all time in tension, and only when connected with God, that too, when we don't enjoy the true Anand because we connect with Him superficially, not in the true sense. So that is why we are also Lord's part and parcel, but still we are distinct to what Lord is. And that is why, as Vishnu, as the Supreme, as Madhvacharya claims, if you see the Dvaitvad spoken by Madhvacharya and the Vishishta Advaitvad spoken by Ramanujacharya, both claim Narayan or Vishnu as the Supreme. They do not claim anyone else. In fact, they say Rama, Krishna, and all the other incarnations are none other than the incarnations of Vishnu. That is why, though Krishna was standing in front of Bhishma Pitamaha, the bed of arrows, which Sahasranam did Bhishma Pitamaha recite on the bed of arrows? Krishna Sahasranam, Ram Sahasranam, or Vishnu Sahasranam?
Vishnu Sahasranam.
Vishnu Sahasra.
So it was Vishnu Sahasranam which was recited by Bhishma Pitamaha, who was supposed to be one of the Mahajans, not supposed to be, he is one of the Mahajans, and he is reciting this. He is telling, yes, this person who is standing now, Vishnu, is none other than Vishwam, Vishnu, Vashakaram, the entire Vishnu Sahasranam he speaks. So, Lord as Paramatma sitting in one's heart does many more activities than what we imagine. And this Lord who is sitting as Paramatma in the Lord, in the people's heart, be it be a demon or be it be a Devata, from the heart, he makes him commit something good or something bad, something right or something wrong. And that is the mistake even Hiranyakashipu did. The same mistake here Ravana is doing. Brahma is confessing. He had asked for immunity from Gandharvas, Yakshas, Devatas, demons, everything. However, at the time of asking his boon, that demon, out of disrespect, did not mention human. So this quality of disrespect, आया कहाँ से उसके अंदर? Nothing is different or separate without God. The Bhagavad Gita clearly states, Vasudevam Sarvamiti. बहुत जन्मानामन्ते ज्ञानवान माम प्रपद्यन्ते वासुदेवम सर्वमिति समात्मा सुदुर्लभ. जो व्यक्ति ये सब जान लेता है वासुदेवम सर्वम. अगर मांगने में इतना इतना मांगा, उसमें थोड़ा कंजूसी क्यों करेगा? Why will he do some miserliness and not ask from his thing? Is that out of disrespect? And how can the disrespect come into him at the time of asking from Brahma? अरे जान है तो जान है, you would ask for everyone, right? Monkeys and Vanar and humans. See, sure. Pucha. Many devotees, they want to have a branded teacher. हम ज्यादा क्लास अटेंड करेंगे तो ज्यादा ज्ञान मिलेगा. हम हायर क्लास, इनका ब्रांड फॉलोअर्स ज्यादा है, का ब्रांड अच्छा है, का पीआर अच्छा है, तो ये अच्छा आदमी. सॉरी, everything is Vasudev. Even people do this mistake. What to talk about demons? Even people do this. They don't stick to one Shiksha Guru. They are going to think, no, I'll gain knowledge from here and there, and then my knowledge will be complete. That's the way it is. Please continue, Mataji.
At that moment, the highly effulgent Supreme God Vishnu appeared with conch shell, Sudarshan wheel, and mace in his hands. The Lord of the universe was wearing a yellow dress and was mounted on Garuda, just like the sun is mounted on the clouds. The Supreme Lord was wearing bracelets made of molten gold. The best of the Devatas glorified that Supreme God.
Okay, here we need to understand a couple of things before we go ahead. We will not take the purport today, sorry, so we'll take the purport later, but we'll understand how Lord's image and is described again and again in the Bhagavatam, in the Bhagavad Gita. I'm sorry, not the Bhagavad Gita, in Ramayana, in the Mahabharata also. Lord has been described with a proper form and what type of dress he wears, what type of bracelets, what type of garlands, what type of necklaces, what type of weapons he carries. Everything has been described. Many people will say, "अरे तुम्हारा भगवान ऐसा कैसा है? तुमको कैसा मालूम?" Now imagine many of us must have not seen our grandfather or great grandfather, but from our father or from our great grandfather must have heard about him. We can imagine. Someone's grandfather may say, my grandfather was like tall, he was fair, and he was, active, and that type of description will give. And from that description, you can derive an image of the person, how he must be looking. But just by listening, when you can derive an image, this is the image of Vishnu. One may ask, how we are saying Vishnu had four-handed form, Vishnu had was wearing golden bracelet, was wearing a crown, and this and that. This is given in the Shastra. Shastra describing God as a person, Sakshat Swarupa. His energies, it doesn't mean he doesn't pervade in the impersonal form. Lord himself is saying in the Bhagavad Gita, Am sarvasya prabho mata sarvam pravartate iti matva bhajante maam buddha bhava smritaha. भाई मैं एक जगह पे बैठा हूं, but I am pervading everywhere. This is the quality of God which makes him different, unique, and special. We may call ourselves the best devotee of God, but yes, you as a soul may be connected to God, but you can never develop those qualities. That is why even after you leave your mortal body and you take liberation, there also your individuality with constraints exists, continues. It does not vanish. Very important. Uh, Shankaracharya's philosophy says, no. Once you get liberated by knowledge, you get one with the Supreme. You merge in him. But both Ramacharya as well as Madhvacharya, they say no. We do not get merged. We ourselves have our individuality, and since we have our own restraints, our own constrictions, we have to remain in a constricted form. That is why our Swarupa is always Jivere Swarupa hoy Krishnere Nityadas. Because the qualities what we possess, the characteristic features what we possess are of a servant. We do not have that of a boss. The reason is तो क्वालिटीज होना चाहिए. भाई बॉस के अंदर जो गुण है अभी मैंने गिनाया, सत भी नहीं है हमारे अंदर, चित्त भी नहीं है और आनंद भी नहीं है. when ये तीनों नहीं है, we are not having सत चित्त and आनंद. our सत चित्त आनंद is not just minimal, is different character wise with respect to the Supreme God. Then we can never become God. You will always remain submissive, or rather no, as a sevak of the Lord. And that is why these scriptures give us the exact definition, the exact definition or the exact description how God looks. And here we see Lord himself coming there to accept his share. So one last question before we wind up today's session, another 2 minutes. What is the need for Lord to come and ask for anything? यज्ञ में अगर हो रहा है कुछ, हवन में हो रहा है, ठीक है, देवी देवता ठीक है, they may come because they are servants of God and we are trying to do for pleasing him. What is the need for God to come and accept? He's God, the big boss. What is the need for him to come? Can anyone answer me this? Yes, Puja Mataji.
To please his devotees, Lord is coming to give them darshan, or for that only he comes to.
This clearly shows you all don't touch the Bhagavad Gita. Bhoktaram yagya tapasam sarvaloko maheshwaram suhridam sarvabhutanam gyatvam mam shanti prajya. That's it. Bhoktaram yagya tapasam. I am the bhokta of all yagya and all tapasa. So bhokta means I have to come. He is not begging for that. He is coming because the Shastra, because see, no one is above the law. That's what we say, right? Even the president of America can be impeached. Certain conditions, it has happened in earlier years that the president has been impeached also. Similarly, even the Vedas, though they are Lord's creation, from the Lord's mouth it has come, and Lord is the Vedanta Krit, Vedavit Evachaham. What does this mean? I am the compiler of the Vedas and I am the Vedavit knower. Knower means what? If you know the law, you will live a life abiding the law. Suppose you know this road is one end, one way or no entry. You will take your bike or car in that road? Will not take. Why? I know the rule and I follow the rule. One who doesn't know the rule may enter and they get caught by the police. And some other demons who know, but they will not follow. They will go inside. But the third category is the genuine people who know and they abide. Similarly, Lord says, when I have compiled the Vedas and I know the Vedas, and the Vedas says, when a yajna is done and if the oblations are given perfectly, every devata and including the Supreme God has to come. He said in the way Bhagavad Gita himself, Bhoktaram yajna tapasam. I am the Bhokta. I am the enjoyer of all the yajna and tapasam. And the yajna is happening, I have to come. That's why Lord himself has appeared over here. Okay, with this I would like to close today's session.